Good evening, Practical HEMA folks, back again. So this is the next in our series of videos on Fiore's Master Dagger. As you know, we're going through the various plays of first Master Dagger, and now we're on to play number 5, fifth play. And if you notice in the various drawings and explanations you see of this, it's basically an elbow grab. Now we just set it up so we can show the picture. It's something like, you stop this and you're grabbing the elbow and doing all this. Now, because we've set this up with a specific context in mind, we're going to go through why would you do that. So again, we all know the context we're doing, aggressive, big, heavy attack coming in. So that's going to happen again. And our go-to, as we've said from the very beginning, is this. Now, if you look what's happened, for whatever reason, and I'm going to say the main reason is this, is I've probably reacted a fraction of a second too late. I haven't quite moved far enough to one side or got everything correct. That's the reason why this could happen. There's probably any number of reasons that you can think of, but what happens, as it comes in, we're now a lot closer. Our bodies are closer, and this is in a sort of L-shaped position, his elbow, his arm, his attack. Everything's a lot closer. Even though I've got the strike in, I'm still a lot closer than we were in the other videos. If we end up in this position, and again, you'll know you're in this position, because firstly, your opponent fills your field of vision an awful lot more. I know he's there. Plus, this position is an awful lot stronger. All of his muscles are quite taut and quite bunched up, and you'll feel it. Again, we'll show you to experiment in different ways of feeling it, but if you just get in this position and get someone to hold it quite stiff and you start to push, and you're both pushing not massively, you can feel there's a lot of resistance there, and it's all coming in and down on top of you. So, how would you know you're in this position? Firstly, we feel the vision full. This strike feels a bit pulled in, and there's an awful lot of strange pressure going on here. Now, as long as you're trained to recognise what that is, you'll automatically know, hopefully. First Master Dagger is probably not going to be much use to you because he's too strong and I can't get the right grip in. Third is actually going to make me even take me closer to his dagger. I don't want to, I'm already pretty damn close because of all our relative positions. I don't want to go, and it's quite hard to get in, and it's hard because of his muscle structure for me to do anything with it. So, we've got in this position. What Fiore talks about is grabbing the elbow and wrenching, so pushing forward with that arm and pulling back with this and taking the person's body in that direction. So it's this sort of movement, a push and pull, which you get in every martial art ever. So we're here because of our relative body positions and because it's quite strong. So as the attack comes in, I've still done all my normal reactions, but I can feel what's going on. Feel that, I feel the pressure, I see what's going on here, I see where he is, I know where I am. Everything in the split second it takes for me to realise what I need to do, I can feel it. So bang, bang. This does two things. It carries on the backwards momentum, which I want it to go. It also, as I'm doing this, it takes all the danger bits away from me, including him. He's the big danger, obviously, but that big spiky thing sitting in my head's dangerous too. So it takes everything backwards and away from me. Now, again, because of the context we're working in, as we've said, we've advocated that you need to put a disruptor in, you need to put a strike in. This is no different. I need to give myself time to make this play work. I need to give myself time to make any play work. Now, if he's being stupidly nice, he may well attack and stop and do nothing else for a split second. I don't need to stop him, so I can do this and this will work. The only reason I can do that is because he's stopped. Now, with the best of intentions, I cannot rely on him stopping. So therefore, I have to make him stop. And this goes back to what the other players we talked about as well. We're making them stop, or we're disrupting what they're doing. Because if we don't stop them, and we do it gentle, because you can hear him, if he comes in and do everything right, but don't stop him. And again, try it. Try and put. It's too late. He's not stopping. Why would he? He comes in, nice and aggressive, I come in, bang. I can't get the elbow lock on because he's not stopping. And that's just one example. And there's no such thing as can't and can't. What I'm saying is that the odds of me making this work are vastly reduced because I've done nothing about him. So again, same rule. I have to block the attack, of course. I have to stop him. That then gives me the space and time I need to do whatever it is I want to do. And with this one, we're doing the fifth play, which is the elbow. So again, as it comes back in, I'm like, oh crap, bang. But we're nice and close. He's going to do that, but it's a disruption. I'm going to make him go further. Sorry. This one, be careful with. I've probably just hit him a little bit there, didn't mean to do that. But you are deliberately wrenching, and you'll notice that anyone who's doing the dagger part, the muscles are already quite tight. So as you do that move, you're already wrenching muscles that are pretty much as tight as they can go. So be careful with it. So, fifth play, again, without the disruption, without the strike, vastly reduces my chance of making it work, and also vastly reduces my chance of needing to go to this play. I'd go to something else. But we'll come in, he attacks me, bam, I've done it, but this is tight, I'm tight, everything's close in, I'm like, crap. I know it's close in, I'm going to carry on, and take it away from him. So that's how you can do the elbow grab, and why, or one reason why we think you would need to do it. You need this in the back of your head. It's important in that closeness and in that pressure. Now, of course, Fiore then gives a counter to this. This is the sixth play. So let's go back to me not quite disrupting him. So the attack comes in. For some reason, I've not quite got the disruption right. I go for the elbow. As I go for the elbow, he can feel it. Even if I get the pressure on, all he needs to do is grab the dagger and wrench it through. Now, train that, and it's got to be quite a strong wrench because this is quite a strong position for me to be in. But again, you're going to go for it. Go. I can't stop it because of the physics of it and the lever that he's now got. And the reason he can do that is because I've not stopped him doing it. And this is assuming we've got into a relative stop position. So I might have even done everything correct. I've just not done enough of a stop. But I think, great, I'll go for it. Because he's still too conscious of what's going on. So another reason why you need to stop. So that's the counter to it. So anyone, if you're doing it and they stop you and you can feel someone going for this, just grab the dagger, wrench it through, finish it. If you can't finish it like that, there's lots of other options, but whatever. Up to you. Training in lots of different ways. What we're showing is what Fiore says and the reason why we think he actually says it. So, we're linking in number 7 to this, so it's the seventh play comes in, because again, that's all about tactile feel and relative positions. Now in the picture, number 7 shows, if I turn it around a little bit, just so you can see it, it's out here, and he's got this on here, roughly, we'll put the pictures up. Okay, why would you end up there? Same idea as to number 5. As in, the attack come in, still the same attack, still the same response. I've done all this, but I've gone further out, and because it's my body mechanics taking it, I've taken his arm out with me. Now from here, I could possibly do a version of number 1, but I could either say this might have not hurt enough, I might have quite not got it right. The point being, I'm now in this position, so I can then use this as a lever, and push him over. I haven't put a lot of effort into it yet. Again, get into the positions and try and train it. One of the ways you can train it is as it comes in. Okay, keep the pressure on, and just put a bit of pressure on and see if you can make him go backwards. Now you can stop falling, but I've done nothing else yet. I just put a bit of pressure on. What I'm going to do is the same as he's doing. He's not stopping, I'm not going to stop. So one of the things you can do, simple leg throw. Don't have to do a leg throw, don't need to do a leg throw, but just what you'll find is that if you're used to doing that sort of thing, the position you find yourself in, it just shouts out for it. So, it doesn't have to be a leg throw. I can use my body weight, I can use him as a lever, and I can take him down. I can even just step through him. So it comes through, bang, we've done this. I can see what's going on here, and I can just use my body weight to take him down. So there's different ways of doing it. The end result is he ends up on the floor. So, we've done 5, 6, 7, taking you through it there. We can now do a little bit of intense training on that, not too much, because these ones you really could hurt somewhat. But we'll pad up and do a little bit of training on it. Thank you. Okay folks, so we're now going to again show ways you can train this, pick up the intensity a bit, get yourselves into it, and obviously then what you want is your opponent, the person with the dagger, to keep the flow going, keep the momentum going, try and make it not work, try and make it fail. So just to reiterate again, as it comes in, he's going to come in, I'm going to stop, being nice about it, grab and push. So again, pick the intensity up a little bit. Sorry, you pick? Yeah. This is why you've got to be careful. So as soon as you do that, yeah, as soon as you do the elbow wrench, you then take the pressure off immediately. So this will be a little bit false because I can't do the full move because no matter what happens, he's almost certainly going to get hurt. So we can't go full belt on the last bit, but we can on the rest of it. So it comes in again. And again, I'm not pushing it down because I don't want to hurt him. I'm allowing it to come out. I'm just making sure I can get there. One more. And he warned me, he's going to go if he feels something starting to hurt. So that's another way of keeping the pressure on. I just touched it, but I wasn't wrenching it too hard. So you can pick the intensity up a bit, but you can't go too crazy with this. But we can get there and stop. So if we do it again, I'm just going to get there and stop. I'm not going to do the final wrench. Okay? So as it comes in, making sure I can get there. Okay? You bring, just make a point. If he pushes on, so he starts to just put the pressure on there. I've got there, and we're going to go next. Okay. Now, what we can also do is, if I don't get the slap on, if I don't get the disruption on. So everything else is great. I'll stop him, but I won't disrupt him. Now, just to make sure, this is the point again, I want you to try and carry on just for a split second, because I'm not going to do the last bit. But try and carry on as it comes in. Because I've got the disruption in, there's things I can do. Now I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm not going to do the disruption, okay? Honestly, I think it's feeling nice, and the thing was there. And again, I'm going to do it again. No disruption, but I'm going to try and get the elbow grab on. And we're now fighting. And as we always say, I don't want to fight, I want to win. So, just to make the point, so when you can train it, you can take the intensity up a bit, but be very, very careful. I would recommend that if you do the disruption, you do it on the chest, and maybe just get to the elbow point and then stop. And then maybe if you want to finish it, but give your opponent a quick second. So as it comes in, we'll do it, and we'll stop, and then I'll let him feel the rest slowly. So again, number 6, quickly, you can do number 6 quite easily. I would get everything right apart from the disruption. We'll try again. Yeah. I can't get the elbow grab on top properly. It's too slow, and he's got too much awareness for me to get it on properly. It's not impossible. I'll never say anything impossible, as we always say, it's about increasing the odds. And the only way I can increase the odds in this, where I've got too close, is to make sure that disruption works. Now, number 7. Again, we're going to be careful. But the point being, we'll go through it again. So as it comes in, I've gone a bit disruption, I've gone a bit far out, so his arms elongated. But I'm being aggressive too. As I said, we could do a shove. So I could just do a shove there. You okay with the shove? Yeah. So from there, I can do a sort of number 1 and just shove them there. Now Fiore shows an arm coming in. You can do that, but be careful. When it comes in. There's lots of different ways you can do number 7. I could come, I'm not going to, because for me it's a bit too dangerous. Instead of doing the disruption, it might even fail, I could come in with a swing to the neck. That's one solution which a lot of people come up with and it'll work. But if we get that wrong, I could really damage windpipes and stuff. So that one be careful with. You can just bring it up a little bit. So as it comes in, I could even do, go straight for that. If I wanted to. Just making the point that Fiore's shown us an idea, he's shown us something that should start sparking off lots of ideas for you. And I'll give you the idea of what you can and can't do and to experiment with it. And that's where we're up to. And we'll move on to the next video.